Thank you. Rouse?
For.
Thank you. Sherwell?
Yeah.
Thank you. Stutchbury?
Against.
Thank you. Wilson?
For.
Thank you. That amendment fails.
Thank you. That second amendment has failed, and we now will return to the substantive motion. And I call on Councillor Bailey, who was next to speak.
Thank you. It's good to get here eventually, Chair. There's wide recognition in this room that the current on-call situation cannot continue. There is a need to take action and not to continue to delay addressing the problem. We need to make the best use of resources now and better equip the service for the future, which we all know includes risks presented by climate change, significant new developments in both housing and infrastructure. And I'd like to thank the Chief Fire Officer for her commitment to positive transformation in this respect. It's also not desirable for 17 Fire Authority members to make a significant decision without due consideration of all information and perspectives. And that is why taking this to consultation is the right thing to do. And I don't believe that 2 weeks would have made that much difference. Maybe people might like to do this over Christmas. Anyway, I move on. I will be supporting the motion with the following expectations: that the proposal that we have spoken about today is not set in stone, and that findings in the public consultation will be seriously considered and taken into account. That we widely encourage participation in the consultation, including our firefighters and other staff, so that we gain information about what is truly important to them and use it to improve the service in the future. We need to listen to the public now in an informed way, not through scaremongering on social media sites. I want to see us continue to talk to the FBU about their concerns, and I've suggested that senior leaders, myself and the chair and the MPs do this together, such that any aspirations for service improvement that cannot be met with current resource levels are taken by our MPs to the Fire Minister. I believe the 3 Milton Keynes MPs have already written to Louise to suggest this, and arrangements are underway. Finally, I want to challenge my other members on the Fire Authority. This is not good enough, is it? We must do better in future. It says on page 10 of the pack that a fire appliance has not been sent out from Great Missenden for 7 years. So why have we let that become the case? I will quote Councillor Rouse's own Facebook page from last night. I don't know why I'm seeing... Well, the evil way that Facebook works, I don't follow you, but it came up anyway. It states that we should never have got there, and I will agree with you on that comment. But both he and his predecessors have allowed this to happen. We wouldn't get away with having an empty school or an empty hospital for 5 years. So why are we allowing it to happen with a fire station? It's not making people safer. It's a waste of taxpayers' money. Continuing with the status quo without involving the public is not an option. I look forward to hearing the views of the public in this in a measured, informed way, such that we can decide whether or not to take this to this or a suitably amended proposal forward in due course. And for avoidance of doubt, I'm also in support of further discussion around operational independence of the Chief Fire Officer. The post will remain answerable to the Fire Authority, and there is no suggestion, as far as I'm aware, that that will change. Thank you.
Thank you, Councillor Bailey. Falls to me.
Is there a point of order, Chair?
Sorry,
Clarify, you're summing up, are you? Apologies.
Yes.
Sorry.
Just in summing up, just pick up some of the points that I particularly noted. I thank everyone for their contributions to the debate, whether they were supportive or otherwise. I think it's been well mannered and we have made good progress. I think there was a very interesting point made by Councillor Hall about further exploration of what we actually demand of our on-call staff, and I'll be talking to officers about arranging further discussions on that. I don't think that in any way necessarily interrupts the consultation, but I think it can happen in parallel and if necessary beyond. I was particularly taken with Councillor Lancaster's comments about providing a sustainable platform on which the service can go forward and build for the future. I'm anxious too that we pick up on the issue and clarify what will be included in the consultation on operational independence. Having served on a range of town and parish councils in different parts of the country in my 51 years involvement in local politics, I'm very conscious of the need to give opportunities for parish councils to take part. Frankly, they don't always do so, as we all know only too well. They often miss opportunities. But I shall personally insist that we get the message to every town and parish council, and I'd be very surprised if those who were really concerned could not organise either a round robin discussion by email or a public meeting of some kind, even in the smallest of parish councils or indeed parish meetings. Contrary to Councillor Carroll's interpretation of what I've said earlier, I have not made my mind up on every scrap and detail. What I have made my mind up to is to ensure that we have a full and frank period of discussion through appropriate consultation. That seems to me the least that our communities and our employees deserve. I was surprised that the only member to raise it after it being raised so much in the past was Councillor Gomm, and that was about expansion of housing growth in Milton Keynes and in Buckinghamshire. And of course, he's right, but that housing and employment growth isn't going to drop out the sky tomorrow. Major applications take as long as 10 years to be to come to fruition. We've only got to look at a couple that are happening right now on the borders of Milton Keynes to confirm that. And it's important to recognise that our officers are engaged here. The officers have responded to the Regulation 18 consultation on the Bucks local plan and will respond to the current Regulation 19 consultation at Milton Keynes. They are aware, they're giving critical input, they will continue to monitor the growth of new housing, and we will ensure that that growth is matched by the availability of appropriate response. I think to just turn briefly to part of the rationale that is behind the on-call, and that is that let me quote directly from the two HMIC inspections. The inspection report published in December 2019 stated its 18 on-call fire engines were only available 13.6% of the time. Of course, it's dropped since then. This reflects the difficulty the service has in recruiting on-call firefighters. This is experienced nationally. And then the report published in October 2023 stated, it is unclear why the service needs so many additional fire engines when its daily demand pattern is consistently met with 12 available engines. Reference was also made in that inspection to the on-call units being a ghost fleet. On-call availability has fallen from 57.6% to 12.8% over the last 10 years. It has not been effectively addressed because it's so difficult to do so. I recognise that for the sake of those authority members who were responsible then. Of course, it hasn't been addressed effectively, or we wouldn't be in the position that we are now. But it is a national problem. There is a national debate. The current model simply doesn't work. That's the reality of the situation. And that has been the position for several years. The situation needs to be addressed now. We cannot go on kicking the can down the road. I personally have every confidence that when the public, our staff, and our partners see the detail, not the headlines on leaflets and social media posts, they will support the changes that we ultimately seek to make. Changes which will act as a reset from which we can build to become an excellent, modern, agile fire and rescue service. Please support the recommendation to go to consultation. Thank you.
Recorded vote, Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, just a couple of supporters, councillor Rouse. Thank you. That will go to a recorded vote, Chair.
Same process as for the two amendments. We'll now move to a recorded vote. When your name is called, please indicate.
Thank you, Chair. And the motion, do you want to just remind?
Just members that progressing to a 10-week public staff and partner consultation for shaping the future of the on-call service and seeking views on the operational independence of the Chief Fire Officer be approved, including the points of clarification given by the Chief Fire Officer in her presentation.
Councillor Ado. Thank you. Councillor Bailey. Thank you. Councillor Banks.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Carroll. Thank you. Councillor Exon.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Gom.
Against.
Thank you. Councillor Hall.
Against.
Thank you. Hussein OBE.
Against.
Thank you. Hussein.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Lancaster.
For.
Thank you. Councillor McLean. Thank you. Councillor Munger.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Priestley.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Rouse.
Against.
Thank you. Councillor Sherwell.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Stutchbury.
For.
Thank you. Councillor Wilson.
For.
Thank you. That motion is carried.
For taking part, the motion is carried. Move, next business is the date of the next meeting of the Fire Authority, which will be Wednesday, the 10th of December at 2 p.m. here at this building. Thank you all for your attendance today and your valuable contributions.